Hi everybody, it's Delusion Dispeller. I'm back to talk to you about narcissists at Christmas time. Show you my kitty cat who's joining me tonight for as long as this lasts. She just kind of climbed up and curled up in my arms and fell asleep, and now she's wide awake looking around. I don't know what she's about to do. She might try to hop down and run away, or she might stay here and chill with us for a little bit. Anyway, somebody asked me, hey Dee Dee, why don't you talk about narcissists at Christmas time? Because a lot of people aren't going to have a Merry Christmas. They're going to have to deal with somebody that's tactless and rude and mean and self-centered, and they wanted me to talk about that. For those of you that do have narcissists in your family, you might want to stay tuned and listen to what I have to share. Anyway, if you did come into the room just now, into the chat, please do say hello so I know that somebody's here and I'm not talking to myself. All right, here we go. Without further ado, narcissists at Christmas time. So first of all, and I want to say a quick shout out to a couple people that I missed that had subscribed to my channel over on YouTube. DJ, I am so sorry I missed you the first time around. Hello and welcome to the Delusion Dispeller YouTube channel. I hope you enjoy your stay here. Caro Monteverde, also, sorry I skipped over you as well. I'm new at actually doing the shout outs, so if I missed you, it was not intentional, I assure you. All right, first of all, narcissists on the holidays. A narcissist is typically all about what they want, what their dreams and hopes are, and how they can get their supply source any way, shape, or form that they can. They are very resentful around the holidays and especially at Christmas time because they envy other people's relationships. A narcissist knows that they cannot and do not know how to have worthwhile relationships. So when they see everybody around them making merry and getting along and kissing and hugging and opening their gifts with smiles on their faces, it's just like a smack in their own face of what they're not probably ever going to have until and unless they deal with their narcissistic behaviors. All right. Holidays remind the narcissist either of being the spoiled child, which they no longer are because they're adults now, and people don't tend to spoil adults unless they're like royalty or something, or it reminds them of when they were the neglected child and they had to do everything for themselves, and they're resentful. And either way, they are miserable and they don't enjoy holidays because holidays are for people usually that are happy and wanting to be there and have a good time. So they just don't have a good time there because that's not something that they, want to be part of and part of enjoying. So, yes, they're miserable people. Hi, Kathy. Thanks for the thumbs up. So either the narcissist was the golden child that got everything they ever wanted, and now they're the adult that doesn't get everything that they want, because as we know, narcissists are never satisfied anyway, so no matter what you got them, it would never be good enough. If you gave them money, it wouldn't be enough money. If you gave them a thing, it wouldn't be the thing they wanted, or the right color, or the right size, or the right shape, or somebody else has something better than what they have. So they're never satisfied. And if they were abused and manipulated during the holidays, then that just reminds them and brings back bad memories for them. They do not like Christmas because it's no longer about them for that moment. It's either about Santa Claus or about the children that are there that are enjoying the presents and enjoying the food and the fun, or it's about the baby Jesus. And either way, it's taking all the focus off of the narcissist who has that histrionic need and desire to have all eyes on him or her. And therefore, it temporarily, basically diverts focus from them and deprives them of their narcissistic supply. So why would they be happy and kind on Christmas if their supply source is being stolen out from under them? Narcissists on the holidays are typically undependable. Don't tell them to do something because they're not going to follow through. They may promise you and not follow through, or they just may say, nope, not going to do it. They're not going to show up on time for the festivities. They're not going to help you with anything because they feel totally entitled for you to wait on them hand and foot, and you better do that for them first. Put them first, always. Seat them at the table first. Make sure you greet them at the door first. Make sure you do everything for them first and put them above everyone else, or you're going to have a miserable time. All right. The narcissist feels totally entitled to come and go at his or her leisure. Whether that inconveniences you or anybody else at your festivity or party, they don't care. Narcissists are very rude. They see no need to be kind on this day, Christmas, or any other day, let alone any other holiday, birthday, or special event. They are not going to be kind because they're a narcissist and they're not kind people, unless there's something in it for them. If they're trying to procure narcissistic supply, that might be a different story. They can love bomb for a season, but it doesn't last very long because it's very tiring for them and wears them out. Narcissists are very cutting, rude, and will make remarks that will continue during the dinner, during the present opening time, and the whole festivities in general. Comments about how, oh, that cute little outfit that you just opened wouldn't even fit your leg, let alone the rest of your large body. Just little cutting, nasty quips, sometimes in the form of humor. And then if you get upset, I was only joking. Can't you even take a joke? That's a narcissist at a holiday gathering, especially Christmas. If you want the narcissist to take a photograph with you, they're not going to, especially if they know you want them to or expect them to. If you want them to play with your children by hanging stockings, wrapping presents, watching Christmas movies, they will refuse and they will mock you and your children while you all are doing it. They will one-up you at Christmas parties, and it will become like a competition instead of a fun time for everybody getting gifts. They will compare what they get with yours and tell you why yours is less than theirs or not as good as theirs, or it's the wrong brand name and their brand name is a higher brand name and better quality. They are very materialistic, and they will insult people's choices of presents that they give them too, bragging about how much better of a gift giver they are than you are. So that's just some things about narcissists on the holidays. I mean, there's some other things I want to tell you in a minute too. Let me get my notes out here. I see there's like nobody in here, maybe? No, nobody. Nada. Oh well, whatever. I'm going to keep on talking, even if I'm talking to myself. Kind of used to that anyway. Narcissists do not typically handle disappointment well. So if you give them something and they don't like it, the whole room is going to know about it. Either they're going to sulk and bring down the whole mood of the party, or they're going to be just raging about it outwardly. A narcissist is putting on a front. Keep that in mind. They're wearing a mask most of the time. So they may act like they're having a good time, but you can sense around them that they're just seething underneath it all. They just can't wait to say the next mean thing or to just get out of Dodge entirely and not even be part of the festivities. They are not satisfied with anything. No matter what you do, it's never going to be enough. You're going to feel like it's never enough. If they ask you for punch and you bring them the punch, they're going to say, well, why isn't there sherbet in it? Well, if you give them the sherbet, they'll say, well, why'd you give me punch? I wanted pop. I mean, you cannot please a narcissist no matter what you do. You will be falling over yourself endlessly trying to please this type of person because they're not pleased because they don't know what pleases themselves. That's the problem, is that the narcissist is so good at play acting that they forget who they ever really were. So you're trying to get them to explain to you what they need, and they don't even know because they don't know themselves any longer because they buried who that old self was so far down that they don't even remember it anymore. They have a real hard time with Christmas because of the emotions. Narcissists are not known for handling emotion well. They don't know how to act in certain circumstances. When everybody's happy, they're not feeling that happiness. They're not connected to that. They're not wired that way. So they're highly uncomfortable and highly unlikely to want to participate and join in with everybody. They also, if they do talk to you, they're going to want to interrupt a lot. They want to be the center of attention. They want to have the last word. They want to seem the most knowledgeable. They don't feel right around other people. They're very paranoid about people. They feel that because they envy other people and what they have, that other people feel the same way about them. That it goes both ways, even though it doesn't always. Depression is a big thing for narcissists around the holidays or around birthdays or anything like that. They will go into these funks that you cannot bring them out of. They will not know how to get themselves out of that funk either. And you will just feel this kind of an aura of hyper depressiveness around them during the holidays. They will not be fun to be around. They will not be somebody you would invite to the office, Christmas party at all, because they will take over all the conversations. Chances are they will probably overindulge in any type of alcohol that you have there, and instead of being the life of the party, kill the party. They might start smashing stuff. They might just be totally obnoxious. I don't know, but because they're resentful of anything that's happy and merry anyways, they will do everything they can to sabotage. They're very good at sabotaging. Um, they're in a chronic state of feeling low about themselves. Narcissists are not happy people, they're not secure people, and even though they give off this impression that they got it all together, if you get up close and personal with a narcissist, they really don't have it all together. They really are falling apart on the inside, and they don't like it when they don't have a supply source to lash out at, to project onto, because then they're left alone with themselves, and they don't know themselves, and that scares them because they don't know who that really is, this person that is called the self. They don't have one. My goodness, my cats are jumping all over lately. Ugh. Narcissists are very lonely people because they push everybody away by their unreasonable and super high expectations. So it's very hard to have a Merry Christmas around a narcissist, unfortunately. My experience with narcissists, it wasn't at a Christmas party, it was at actually a family dinner. It may have even been like Thanksgiving, was a bunch of them sitting around a table and literally competing over who had the better car, who had the bigger boat, who had a better house, who had the higher paying job. And it was literally a one-upman type of conversation. And I just sat back and I watched it. And I was like, these are grown people acting like this. It was shocking, and it was almost a bit entertaining because it was so unreal that it was really happening. But this really does happen with narcissists. They really do act like little juvenile 6-year-old children competing. My daddy's bigger than your daddy, and my mommy's going to get you, and all that kind of stuff. That's what they do. That's narcissist for you.
My mommy is gonna get you, honey.
No, your mommy is not going to get anybody, honey. Mm-mm. Your mommy is not that type of person that would get anybody. I don't think so. Um, I don't know. So that's just pretty much all I had tonight to talk about. If anybody else has anything to say, maybe my husband has something to say. What is your experience with narcissists around the holidays? What did your dad used to act like around the holidays? Do you remember any of that?
Not really. He was always happy. No problem giving out presents and stuff,
Hmm.
or getting stuff.
So where did he show his narcissistic self then? Just with making promises to pick you up and not coming to get you and stuff. Did he put people down at all?
Well, when you think about it, a narcissist is gonna be nice at Christmas and be willing to give stuff away and stuff because that makes them look a lot better.
Yeah, sometimes. I was just talking about the ones that don't, the ones that sabotage Christmas and make it miserable. I guess it depends. Maybe not all narcissists are the same. But from my experience is what I was talking about. Narcissists usually don't make holidays very enjoyable.
Why?
Because they feel threatened by the holidays. They feel like they're seeing everybody happy and they don't know how to be happy themselves.
But narcissists are good at placating and being fake. So I would think Christmas would be their time because they love showboating, they love being center of attention and stuff, and that's the easiest time to do that kind of stuff.
The man has a point. I suppose it could go either way. I've seen both, actually.
See?
Hold on
I'm
a second.
smart.
You are
Yeah.
smart. All right, I need to set this up. Hold on, y'all. Where are you going? What are you eating?
Dude, like, so okay. I found
1 minute, my husband's telling me what he's eating.
a rotoni meatball thingy.
A rotoni meatball thingy?
Yeah, like, the noodle.
Rigatoni?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, maybe something else has it. But it didn't. So now I'm just eating vegetarian meat.
Vegetarian meat?
Beans.
Oh, beans. Oh, okay.
Yeah, those little meal thingies.
Oh, are you going to get me one?
No.
Nope, he's not going to feed me. He's going to feed his
I'm a
face and
narcissist.
ignore me.
I do not do things for other people unless it conveniences me.
You're not a narcissist.
Well, it's convenient for me to say so there.
You're funny. Welcome, everybody that's here or watching later on. Hope everybody's going to have a good holiday. Oh, that looks pretty yummy.
Yeah, it's really tasty.
Is it? Good. Something we got from the pantry tastes good. That's a good thing.
I'm sure that is. You want a little bit?
I would like to taste some.
You can.
Why?
Past 7 o'clock.
I don't care. I'm hungry.
Take a bite.
Oh, it's okay. Christina, you're cool. It's fine. You're not really joining late. I just gave a little bit of an expose of what certain narcissists were like, and then my husband came and refuted all of it. This is like really hot, and it's burning my hands.
You grabbed it. You said you wanted some.
I do, but I don't want to burn the heck out of my hands.
That's why you touched the bottom part. Like
ouch. That. I was touching the bottom part.
Ooh, that's so hot. Oh,
it was hot. It was burning me. Just put some in a bowl for me, please.
Here, take a bite.
All right. I'll just take a bite of yours. Okay, hang on, y'all. I'm taking a bite of... Will you not burn everybody?
I'm not burning anybody.
Well, you're putting it close to the cat's face.
It's not burning anybody, dude. Chill your roll.
It's good. Wow. Sweet. What'd you put in it? Cinnamon?
Nothing.
Mm. Anyway.
We're good now. I can eat in peace.
Yeah, you can go eat in peace.
All right. Nothing else.
So I was talking about the narcissists that I've seen at holiday parties, the competition, competitiveness, and the one-upmanship, and the putting down of other people and the tactless comments and things like that. But then my husband came along and said he didn't understand why that would be the case, because narcissists like to showboat. They like to show off and, try to seem like the world revolves around them and that they're king of the hill and whatever. And so why wouldn't they be happy at Christmas to show off and, see if they could give the best gifts and stuff? I guess it could go either way. But from my experience, like I was telling him, it always went the other way, where the narcissist made my Christmas miserable and made everybody else around them miserable. What has been your experience, people that have come in here and decided to join in with us? Christina, what's your experience with having narcissists at holidays and Christmas and stuff? Did they make your life miserable, or was it the other way around? Did they use it as a platform to kind of be pompous and, showy? Yeah. Christina says the one she's seen ruined every holiday. That's been my experience too, definitely. By the way, what do you think of my hair? It is now red-ish. My husband liked the color, so when it was time to color my hair again, I did it this reddish color this time. Like an auburn brown type color. I like it. I guess it'll kind of grow on me a little bit. It's different. It doesn't look too bad, I guess. It dyed my scalp more than it dyed my hair. That's the interesting thing. I now have a pink scalp. The rest of my hair is kind of reddish brown, I guess. Usually I go darker, but this time I thought, yeah, it looks different. This time I thought I'd let my husband pick it, and he picked red, so we went with red. Hi, Deborah. Oh, we got 4 people. I'm happy. Thanks for coming and joining me on this wonderful Sunday evening. I'm glad to be back live again anywhere. I miss being live on YouTube. I really do. But I'm thankful that there's another forum I can go live on. And I just appreciate all of you coming in here and spending some time with me and sharing comments and chatting with me and all that good stuff. So anyway, even the kitty cat came up to join me. Yes, she's laying her head on me, if you can see that. She's going night-night on me. I love kitty cats. I love animals in general, but I love this hugging thing she does. Carmi does it too. I know, Christina. I don't I don't understand why YouTube won't give me some leeway, and let me on again. But they're not letting me. They're going to make me wait it out the full 90 days, it looks like. But that's okay. I think we may be almost up to like a couple weeks at least, maybe 3 weeks. I'm just thankful I got my 7,000 subscribers. I was so happy when I found that out. Somebody had written me a comment and said, "Hey, congratulations, Dee Dee, on your 7,000." I was like, "What?" And I looked, and sure enough, there were 7,000 subscribers. So I was so happy. That was a very happy day for me. Anyway, I've been watching more of those videos I was telling you guys about on the last video. Those children and adults who have like challenges and diagnoses and stuff of different things. And it's just really been touching my heart a lot and making me realize how good I have it. But even if I didn't, that God would be so faithful to help me get through whatever I would have to. Because these kids, the one little boy, he's got like 40 to 60% of his flesh covered in sores, and his skin is just wearing away. And it's like a progressive thing. So he's in a lot of pain all the time, and he's got the best attitude. Yes, my cat is a Russian blue. How did you guess? She is a Russian blue. She was actually a stray, and we didn't know she was a Russian blue. I had made a YouTube video, and somebody saw her up on the back of my sofa, not here at my trailer house when I was married to my second husband, and they're like, "We love your Russian blue cat." And I'm like, "My what?" And they said, "Those are Russian blue kitties." And I didn't know what a Russian blue was, but she is. She's a Russian blue. She's a beautiful cat, and they're so intelligent and sensitive. Very, very sensitive. I have had Me to Me, which is this one right here, since about 2013, 2012, 2013, something like that. And yeah, she's very much a Russian blue and very, very highly intelligent. Russian blues will actually hide things in their litter box. Like a dog would hide a bone, they will hide things in their litter box like dogs do. Oh yeah, and they do choose their owners, don't they, Christina? Russian blues. Well, cats in general, but Russian blues are very picky and particular about who they go with and what they do and how they do it. And yeah, they're very, very particular. When they want something, they know how to let you know, and they will not back down until you give it to them. They are interesting creatures, to say the least, and such comforts. When you're hurting or you're sad or you're sick, these little critters, they know it, and they will come right up and sit right on top of your chest. Won't you, Meech? Yeah, my baby. This is my snuggly baby. Daddy's been spoiling her a lot, so she's been laying on both of us lately, just like she belongs there. I am her bed, apparently. I love my kitties. I really do. They're such comforts. Sometimes, though, they'll climb up on your keyboard when you're trying to type, and you can't type because they're like right there. Yeah, love hearts. I know. Wow. Yeah, and my one daughter, Amber, has food sensitivities. If she tries to hold the cats, they can tell that she's like jittery and she's like not herself, and they will not let her pick them up at all. They'll even scratch her to get down. They know, they sense stuff. Don't you, Meech? My Meech, what are you doing, Meech? What are you looking at? You falling asleep again? You're a sleepy cat because you've been out running in the cold all day. They want to go in, they want to come or go out, come in, go out, back and forth, and it's an all-day thing with these cats. And she's getting herself comfortable again and getting on the other shoulder now. They just sit wherever they want. They own me. Oh, wow, Christina, you got a whole zoo there, don't you? That's pretty fun. Awesome. So yeah, we got some fun stuff happening the next couple days. Tomorrow I'm going to be working on Christmas presents some more and getting more stuff wrapped up. Then the next day we have Christmas morning at my eldest daughter's house for breakfast. And then we have Christmas evening dinner at my second eldest daughter's house. So that's going to be fun. We got some good festivities planned and it'll be nice. Oh, that's good. Your husband loves animals. Yeah, my husband loves animals too. We really want to get a Shih Tzu, and one of these days we're going to have a Shih Tzu again. We had to put ours down a couple years ago, and it broke our heart. My husband was there when it was done, and I couldn't do it, and I couldn't even be there to support him. I just didn't have the heart to sit in there and watch that. I couldn't. I had gotten very, very close to Maya, our Shih Tzu, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't fathom letting her go. I just couldn't. Even if it was, putting her out of the kidney misery and stuff, it still was just too hard. I wanted to fight it. I wanted to rescue her. I'm such a rescuer and I'm such a fixer that it's hard for me to not want to fix everything, it's a real hard thing for me. And he was brave and he did it, but it really affected him and still affects him to this day. That's why I think having another Shih Tzu would be a really great idea for us. I think it would heal a place in my heart and also give him kind of a therapy animal, which is what he needs. I mean, cats are great and they can be therapy animals, but our cats are kind of more independent spirited, and my husband needs one that's going to be kind of more, I don't know, caretaking of him. Yeah, it is hard to let him, know when to let him go. But Maya was really losing a lot of weight. She had kidney problems that she only had like a certain percentage of her kidney that was even functioning. So she was just really emaciated, and all she did was lay around, and it was so sad. It was heartbreaking. We didn't know that she had kidney issues when we got her. She belonged to an older lady who had her and a terrier dog. We had both of them originally. And through a series of different things, we had the terrier dog back for a while, and then we had to give the terrier up again. And so we still had Maya for a while, and then we just realized she was getting sicker and sicker, and we took her into the vet, and they said it was best to just, you know, let her go peacefully. Because if they would have left her, to live, there was no telling how long she would have been suffering. And they said that was the only way that they could see that would be merciful. I didn't have all kinds of money to do surgeries and exploratory stuff. And unfortunately, that's the problem. If you don't have a lot of money and things happen to your pet, sometimes you're limited in the choices that you can make. And it was hard. And I even called around to try to get help financially. I tried a GoFundMe thing and that didn't even work. So yeah, it was heartbreaking. It really was devastating for us. More so for my husband though, because he had post-traumatic stress and still does, and he had to be there for it. So it really wrenched his heart out. It was very, very hard. But yeah, we saw little Shih Tzu puppies the other day. They were like $800 or something, and we just didn't have the money for them, so we didn't get any. But boy, was it tempting. We wanted to take them all home, just dig in the fence and lift them out and run with them under our coat or something home because they're so adorable. But anyway, we didn't. So, anything else going on that y'all want to talk about? This will eventually get uploaded onto YouTube anyways. And people will say, did you go live again? Did I miss it? Nope, I'm not live. Anybody that's watching this, I'm live on Facebook. I'm just not live on YouTube. So this will be uploaded later. And you can put comments below, but I won't be seeing you in real time. That's why I advertised over on YouTube and Facebook tonight to let you know that in 15 minutes I would be live here. And whoever came over, came over. And as usual, only a couple people showed up. Oh, I'm reading about your doggy. You have PTSD too. Oh, PTSD too. Okay. Oh, yeah. A lot of people have PTSD. I have kind of a mild form of it as well, but my husband has it really bad. He has the social phobia. I think he sometimes has a little paranoia, but mostly just social phobia and very touchy at times, I think, which drives me crazy because I can't stand it when he gets like that. I have the impatient disorder. That's what I have. I'm not a patient person sometimes. I just want to, have people get over their stuff and move on. And not everybody can just do that. And I know it. Intellectually, I know that. But sometimes I still get impatient. I got to really kind of put myself in check. Oh, yes, I know, Meech. She just loved on my face. I love when she gets all lovey-dovey like this. Ugh. There's nothing better than being loved by your animals, huh, Michi? Such a good girl. All right. Well, I guess that'll be it. My shows usually go about 30 minutes and then I'm good. So I guess I'll retire for the evening. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for listening. And I will see you on the next live, or you can watch me on the next video. Have a great evening and a happy holiday. If I don't see you in the meantime, I probably will, but there's no telling. God willing, we'll see what happens. Everybody, God bless and have a good one. Bye.